So I'm going to hand over to Matt, and then I'll come and speak to you guys a bit later.
Ian, good evening, everybody. Yes, my name is Matt Bryan, and I'm the player registration manager at the RFU. So overseeing the implementation of adult player registration coming in time for next season. So those are the topics that we're going to cover tonight. And as Ian said, making no excuses for repeating ourselves. We're doing lots of webinars at the moment, so it's good to clarify and re-anchor ourselves in terms of the intention for tonight. So tonight's intention is for players. So for those of you who may be coming back on because you've liked the content so much, you might notice that this one's a bit shorter. Hence it's half an hour as opposed to the other ones. There are 2 more remaining left for club webinars and club administrators, as well as Ian said. So do consult those and have a look at those if those are the ones that you want to come on to as well. So yeah, we're going to cover intro and player benefits tonight. We're going to have a look at GMS accounts and how players can carry out that really important step of email verification, which we'll touch on as we go through the session. We'll go through the all-important steps of registering to play, which are the steps that players will need to undertake to register to play rugby at their clubs. We're going to go through some new functionality in GMS around adding attachments. So for those of you who may be familiar around how some processes have worked in the past, such as contracted players, student and services passes, where you've been used to those being an offline process, those are now all going to be fully embedded within GMS. We're pleased to say Ian's going to take you through those as well. And then finally, we'll close off with making sure we can answer as many of the questions that you guys post, as well as, of course, looking at the resources that are out there that are there to support you and the game with this exercise coming this summer.
Matt, some of the player benefits, Matt?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So it's bringing us in line really with many other sports and many other kind of ways of life that people are used to about logging online to things. And, you know, it was interesting that when we started this work a few years ago that we found that the online average user has 255 active online subscriptions and accounts. So we're just bringing ourselves into line with what people are used to around where they're signing up for things, signing up to play for sports, whether it's online shopping, it's memberships, it's gyms and all those kind of things. So that's one of the things that we're doing to bring it in line. For players, there'll be numerous benefits, we hope. You'll see some exciting incentives and competitions which will be launched alongside registering to play over the summer, so keep an eye out for those. Coming later in the year, and as we get into the season, will be a much better way for players to access their stats and their statistics. As we know, a lot of players are really keen on those. You'll be able to see lots of scoring events, the amount of time you've played, the amount of seasons you potentially played at your club, and you can build all of those up. All of that will be features which will be enabled to you as a player once you have, first of all, registered to play. And there's a few other little bits and bobs, really, in terms of benefits for us all, really. It helps us all, both the RFU, our constituent bodies, our clubs, and indeed our players, get a clearer understanding of the health of the game so that we can all make sure that we can react appropriately and invest and to support the game in the right way. So lots of benefits. Some you will see coming shortly and some you will see further down the track. But this is very, very much a gateway to a whole host of benefits that we're looking to release as a part of our digital transformation program in the near future. So GMS account then. So GMS, for those of you who don't know, it stands for the Game Management System, and it's essentially Rugby Union, the RFU's game-wide database with millions of records in there for volunteers, for players, for everybody that is basically had a record with the game. They are all on GMS with lots of information attached to that. It's really, really important here, though player registration typically and right up until next season or the start of next season has been a club-led process, which many of you will be familiar of. And what we mean by that is that players have needed to be registered to play, but the club has completed that registration. Now, what that has done, whether a player was registered yesterday or whether they were registered 20 years ago, has by default created a GMS account. So anybody who is currently registered or indeed has ever been registered in at least the past 20 years, by default, they have a GMS account. So there's no need for them to create a new one. It's a real important step because it leads us on to the next one there. And the steps that Ian's going to take you through shortly will be showing you how to complete a club registration. So that's what all players will need to know. When we say all players, by the way, we do mean all players. We mean the likes of Jamie George and Joe Marler and all those kind of players. And players will be able to access player registration by logging into GMS to be able to complete the registration. And another real important step is that players needed to have verified their email address. So if you're aware of your GMS account as a player already, great. Make sure that you go into there and make sure the email address has been verified. If you're not aware of this, and this is completely news to you, and you've never heard of GMS or you've never heard of an account in GMS before, then by all means do contact your club, and in particular your club registrar, who will be able to help you drop your email address into that account, which will then send you a verification link. Once you've then verified that email, you are good to go, and you'll be able to register when the platform goes live. If you are a player who isn't currently registered or hasn't been registered for the past 20 years. So if you're someone like me, not by choice, you played a lot of rugby down the teams, you didn't play a lot of RFU League rugby, so you didn't maybe have many active player registrations, you don't actually need to do anything just yet. You will be able to create an account and register at the same time when the platform goes live in the summer. So GMS account, really important. If you've already verified your email address, and we know that tens of thousands have already, and thank you for that, then great. If you didn't know you had a GMS account, but you fit the bill of you're a current registered player or a recent one, and now you know you have got one, but you don't know how to access it, then get in touch with your club and they'll help you to verify your email address. And then finally, if you're somebody who's never been RFU registered before, then you don't have to do anything just yet, but look out for some communication on that later in the summer. Back to you, Ian.
Yeah, so one main thing to remember, guys, is you need to log into GMS. You will need to be able to log into GMS. To do that, you need an up-to-date email address. Your adult male or female registrar at your club will be able to assist you with those credentials so that you can gain access. We're going to run a little poll now. So you'll see a little poll come onto the screen just around email verification. So I'm going to launch that now. So you should be able to see that. Couple of questions on there. Have you logged into GMS and verified your email address? Yes or no. And then the second question, if you've not done it, is when are you likely to complete this? Get it done early ahead of time, or you'll do it all at the same time, registering and doing your email verification and then registering to play. Great, good to see half of you have done that so far, so keep them coming in. I'll keep that open for a second. Lovely. If you're having a think about it, if you're not sure, get that answer in. Almost there. And I'm going to end the poll in 10 more seconds. Just give the last couple to get theirs in. Appreciate you doing that. And I'm going to, oh, some last minute ones coming in now. Nice one. I'm going to end that poll now. Great stuff. Share those results. So you should be able to see that on screen. That's currently what we're looking at. So a bit of a mixture, bit of almost 50-50. So good to see that. Thanks for sharing that, guys. I am now going to go back to take you now through registering to play. So this is what all players will need to do, and we've sought feedback from players at all levels of the game across the country. Myself and a colleague went direct face-to-face to clubs, and we tested this process, sought your player feedback, and we have tried to implement some changes based on your user feedback. So that's really exciting. And what I'm going to do now is just take you through the registration process, which will be within the game management system. So you can see I've fake account, Samwise Gamgee. I'm logged in onto my personal dashboard. The other point to note is this is obviously in desktop view, but everything that's been created has been mobile optimized. So for you guys on mobiles as players, that's the majority of what you'll probably do to do this task. It's been mobile optimized and is looking quite good and nice. You'll see on the personal dashboard, we're still making a few tweaks to this, so it's not all 100% finalized, but you'll see there will be 3 points where you could click on register to play. we start on the left of the screen where it says My Organisations. So currently, as an example, that says Sale Sharks. If your club have sent out a URL for their club or a QR code for your club, which will be available in the platform, then that will show there for you. If not, you will simply need to add your organization. I'll show you that in a second. So the 3 places to register to play, right in the middle there, really easy to register now. On the right-hand side, quick links. And you'll see at the top there, there's a banner. It currently says action, add a family member. That would be a scrolling banner. One of those actions, call to actions, will be register to play. I'll just show you what it looks like when we add an organization. So for this example, we would have selected that add button and we would have searched for, in this example, Chichester, and we found that club there, and we would just select that club, and then we'll be able to register for that club. So we're going to click register. So we click register now, and we go through to the registration form. Probably key to note here, this is no different to any form that you'd usually fill out if you're doing airport Wi-Fi, hotel Wi-Fi, etc. It's a real simple form, the difference being that it's rugby specific. So we'll just take you through the form. Player position, you can input that, front row, etc. Medical notes or details. Do you have any conditions to declare? Yes or no, and you can input that. The emergency contact details, standard information really. You can check and read the required waivers and consents. In this example, the email address is already populated, but you can check that that's correct. Phone list, phone number as well. And you can map your address, or it might already be showing dependent on your account status. And then you can simply press submit. And one of the changes that we've made based on player feedback actually was this submit button. We've moved it so it's at the bottom, so when you're scrolling down on your mobile, you can easily just click submit, and it's available in the right as well. So once you've done that, your registration will be requested. That's all you have to do at this point as a player. If you are playing men's level 9 and below, and women's level 5 and below, then this process is done for you. It will go to a club registrar, and your status will show as pending. So your status will be pending on your personal dashboard, and you'll see that it's amber there with a little shirt mark there, whilst your club registrar will approve that process for you, and you're done. So that's quite nice, and that is the process for you guys done. If you are a contracted player, then there will be a certain element that a club registrar will need to uplift your registration to an RFU registration. So what you'll get as a player if you are contracted is you'll receive an email notification that asks you to log back into GMS for contract approval. And we're just changing the way some of the dashboard looks. So we're probably going to move notifications on the bottom right of your screen there to nearer the top. But you'll see at the bottom there is a notification for a contract approval. And I simply would select that contract approval. And I would check the relevant details that pop up here. So this is all pre-populated information by club registrars that has all been input for you, and you may have an agent involved. So it's checking that everything is to your satisfaction. You then have the option to simply approve or reject this. And then once you've approved, you'll notice that your player status will go back to green, and you are done. So you are that's the process done for a player. And for contracted players, you may have noticed this process has really improved. So before, you'd have to sign up to 11 forms on DocuSign, maybe repeating some information. This digitalizes it and brings it all into one place on GMS. So a nice improvement there. For the majority of players, you'll never need to upload attachments, but if you meet certain characteristics, so student pass, or you're a contracted player, or you're a foreign player here on a visa that will be required as part of immigration law, then you may need to add an attachment. And what we mean by that is maybe a passport, a visa, some photo ID. So we'll take this player, fake player, Frodo Baggins. We can see we're on our personalized dashboard here, and on the right-hand side, you can see the quick links, and there is an add attachment button. So we simply would go click on add attachment, and this would bring all the attachments that are currently in for this player would be displayed on the screen. But if we have a new attachment that we wish to upload, then we simply select new in the top right-hand corner there. And then we choose the file that we want to upload and what type of ID it is. And we select the image in this case, it's just an example, and then we select upload. That is the process of attaching a picture or a document. So pretty easy to attach that to your account. So for you players, where to find support going forward. So in the first instance, obviously your club will be able to assist. So your club registrar, your team manager would be a good place of resource to go to. You will see over the summer that we will have a social media campaign that is going out to the game on socials. So you'll see that come into life. So look out for that. You'll also see a mixture of digital assets, so digital posters and posters that will be put up in your clubhouses, in your changing rooms as well. It's really simple, so you know where to go and to register to play. If you're having issues with your account login or you're struggling to log into your account, again, first point of contact, your adult male or female registrar in your club or your club administrator who deals with that information. I know it's different at all different clubs. But if you're struggling to get in your account, you can submit a help request on Community Rugby Help, where one of the team will support you with your issue. We will also have how-to video guides. So this came from, we've done a number of player engagement panels over the last couple of years, and this has always come out top as to how you would like information around adult player registration. So some how-to guides, simple how-to guides, literally where to click in mobile format for you guys on how to complete that registration process. That will all be available when we go live in the summer. So look out for that. That'll be there to support you. Excellent. I've got another poll that I'm going to launch now, which I'm just going to get to you now. And it's just to find out, where will you complete your player registration? So you've seen the process tonight. Where will you complete your player registration? Are you likely to complete it at home, on your mobile, laptop or whatever? Or are you going to go to your club, do it on a training night? Maybe a captain or a leader of a team within your club, you might think of doing something around that, maybe a barbecue after training, something to get everyone together, support each other to complete the task. Excellent. Keep those votes coming in, or those answers to that question. I'll give you another 15 seconds before I close the poll. But yeah, it might be some good ideas that you're thinking about that you want to take back to your club. Might be that you're already communicating ideas on your messaging apps, WhatsApp, Spond, etc. I'm going to end that poll now. I'm going to share those results with you. And again, a bit of a mixture. So lots of you are at home, and then some at the club training nights. That's great to see. Thanks for sharing that with us. Excellent. Thanks for all the questions that you have submitted. I'm glad we've had to answer most of them. So that's brilliant. This will be available recording for you on Platform for Rugby YouTube channel. Check it out on the adult player registration playlist. The other sessions that we've done so far are on there as well. It is also where we will house the how-to videos when they become live as well. So do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out as well. Thanks for your time and have a great evening. The next webinars of adult player registration club administrators, where we will go through player registration processes on the 24th in the evening and on the 25th at lunchtime. To check out when those sessions are, head to Community Rugby Help and go on the adult player registration tile. Thank you.